Hey, it's Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Nicole LeDonna. Nicole, welcome to the show. And we're going to talk about things health-wise, coaching and otherwise, right?
Yes, thank you.
So, you're into some exciting stuff.
Yes.
Doing holistic health coaching and stuff. How does that work for people? Average person, they go to their primary doctor and maybe they go somewhere else. But all of a sudden, someone says, that thing that's been bothering you for so long that those pills aren't doing anything for you. There are some people, and I know one of those people, that is a holistic health practitioner and coach, and boy, do they do good stuff.
Yes.
How's that work?
The way I like to think about it is that people know the value, especially parents, when a kid is playing team sports, and people see the value of a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
They know often a team can be kind of like distracted and young and fooling around the field.
Right.
And a coach that knows how to harness their energy and put them in a direction to get them to a certain goal makes a difference about how that team plays and wins and enjoys themselves. And so I've been in the field for, 25 years or so. And I see that it seems chaotic to me, that people are out there, they want answers, they want clarity, they actually even want to know how to decide for themselves what health means to them.
Now, that's an interesting question.
And
What does health mean?
Right, I know what it means for me.
Right.
And you can talk to, I think, as many people as you talk to, that's as many people you're going to get an answer for.
Right.
Yep. So I value people's own definition. I really stress and really want them to come up with an idea for themselves. And then what medicine or what steps they're going to take to help themselves get healthy, that's very individual also. Some people are happy to take medication.
Right.
With or without side effects, with or without benefit, actually.
That's true.
And so that's never been my way. So I had to find what really worked for me and a framework that I can always come back to. So just for example, I am healthier by my standards and by the people who see me than I was 15 years ago.
Really?
And I was doing pretty good 15 years ago.
Right.
But I move better, I'm faster, I'm brighter. I'm starting a new business, I'm still raising teenagers.
Oh, be still my heart. Okay, Nicole. How is it that you evolved into where you're at now? Where'd you come from? How did this process play out?
Well, the most as far as actually transforming my practice into a coaching framework, I see, or working with people, I see that they just come in with a lot of conflicting information, conflicting modalities, and not clarity about what's working or what's not working. And they were often taking the usual route of coming to see me as a practitioner, and they were kind of managing how often they came and when they came to see me. And they got spotty results, but I saw the power of people who stayed with their own process and their lives transform. And that was my own story because I'm very tenacious, so if I decided to do something and change something, I stayed with it. And so I really want to offer people that opportunity, and the ones that decide that they trust me and they like what I offer and it's working for them and they're willing to stay committed and focused, their lives change, their health changes.
So we're talking, Nicole, that to take an average individual, male or female, that in average individualness in the world today, their health is probably marginal at best. Some of them are better than others, but if you ask most people, they say, yeah, I could do better. I'd like to feel better, this, that, or the other. And they give you a call.
Yes.
What's the experience from that point?
Thank you. I'm curious about what they think. First of all, I'm curious about what they think is bothering them.
Okay.
So I like to hear about their reflection about their symptoms. And then I will choose an area to focus on in that first few minutes to see if that resonates with them. Now, if it's a general person, right away it's a place that we can connect on is diet.
Okay.
They can know that their diet isn't optimum for them, but they really don't know what to do about it.
Right.
And I have really good, clear information. In a non-threatening way, people will, one thing is that people do things the way they've been doing it, right? And then if you talk to them, they can actually think you're challenging them. And I don't ever want to come across like that. I know people are doing the best they can.
Yeah.
So I want to find out, like, how much they know and where they're not sensitive. Like, where can they make a change? You know.
And that's important. That's a great approach. You know.
Thank you.
Because we get stuck on our stuff, and okay, I want to get better. And you're saying that, you know, my fries and hamburger every night is not the most healthy thing in the world, but I happen to like my,
Yes.
But we know that as we begin to make changes, and this is where a lot of people, they decide they're going to do it themselves. So they look up some kind of diet,
Right.
and they get on this diet, and boy, look at this, I get on the scale, and I watch those numbers go down, 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 and maybe I stick with it, maybe I only stick with it a short period of time, but the bottom line is the minute I stop, my body's going, it's time to regain what I lost. And statistically, within a year, most everybody that goes on a diet will be back at their weight plus 5 to 10% more than where they were. So it's not about the diet.
Right.
And this is where
Yes.
I like this idea of coaching because when people they get their diet books and they say, okay, that's fine. That's not going to make the change.
Right.
It's a lifestyle and a mindset change.
Yes, it's mindset, and the power that I'm really informed by in my training and actually practicing Chinese medicine and using those practices in my life is that when you said we all have our stuff, that's the place that people, if they're willing to start unpacking that,
Right.
it can be such a gentle process, and they can see like small places where their life is transforming, and that's where they can pick up momentum. That's where I like to really help them and stay with them so that they stay on the process. It's even the same with business, like coaching. I have worked with some business coaches. I have coached, but I've hired coaches. And it's not just being accountable. It's the fact that if they can actually help me stop and notice where I got stuck, where I got afraid, where I had self-doubt, whatever all that stuff is, and help me gently work with it without setting off my own defensiveness, amazing things happen.
That's awesome.
And so that's the same thing with health.
So that's the way you approach with your
Yes.
clientele.
Yes.
That's great. How do I get a hold of you?
Well, I think my website's on the screen.
Yeah.
I do have a website. I also have a phone number.
Uh-huh.
Can I give that
Yes,
here?
absolutely.
Local number is 559-475-9881. You can find me on Facebook at Nicole LeDonna, LAC. I think there's a period after the L.
Uh-huh.
I'm also on Instagram. And and my website is functional, and there's a place to click on and just send me an email.
What is that? You off the top of your head, what is that website?
Oh, www.NicoleLeDonna.com.
Okay.
And I love having people call and ask questions. I do offer 15-minute free consultations on the
Right.
phone.
And you've got a whole menu of stuff available for people
Yes.
that go there.
There are packages for local folks, which include acupuncture and coaching, and people that can work with me remotely. And people who work with me in acupuncture locally, they can also access those other bigger packages that are mostly nutrition-based and also a lot more mindset.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, Nicole, thanks for being on the show, sharing that with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Come on back. We'll talk some more about coaching, holistic health care. It's an important topic that most people just kind of fail to pay attention to.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yes.
Now, I'll see you when we come back.